Hello there, Inconvenient Panda back again for some more Casual Craft Season 4. Yeah. In yesterday's episode, which, because I've been uploading these daily, wink wink, I haven't been gone anywhere for a few days or anything. But, in yesterday's episode, we made this. Auto Wheat Farm. Thanks to Mine Factory Reloaded. And that should all be hooked up into this gizmo. There's a creeper there trying to ruin everything. You'll get out of here. Please. Please, no. Please. I said please. Why you no listen? Yeah. There he's creeping. Any other creepers? That'd be hilarious. I'm worried about this one. There's another one about to murder me. Okay. Okay. Let's check this. 6 ender pearls. Good. But, there's a baby here. Yeah. I want to collect this guy and... Why does this happen? Is that what happened to my chickens and they just sort of died or something? I don't know. Alright. But I want to keep an eye on that because I've never actually made that full system before. I've only ever made bits of it at a time. So I've got to keep an eye on it. See if the wheat output matches the wheat use. Because if not, then I'm going to need to do something about that. But yeah, this guy should be done. And we didn't even fill up one chest. Thanks to the filtering out of the gubbins. Yes, dreadful, dreadful gubbins. That's pretty cool. So he's done. I should look around and sort of mine up stuff like this, but yeah, whatever. But I'm going to have to move him. Probably go that way. I don't know. Deal with it later. Do it between episodes. Look at all this coal and diamonds. Good stuff, good stuff. Fair deal, fair deal. Ferrous. Ooh, dark iron ore. Dark iron's from factorization, and there's it doesn't work quite the same way as regular ores. You can't just pulverize it. But you still can double it. It's just a little different. But, yeah, I'll deal with that a bit later. But yeah. So, just checking up on a few things. Haven't really let this run for too long. Yeah, anyway. Let's go with tin. Barely got any tin. It's a bit annoying. Gold, iron, ferrous. That should leave us the dark iron. Now to double the dark iron, you just want to put it in an induction smelter with a bit of sand. I don't really have any sand. But that'll double it. There is a way to triple it that involves slag and all sorts of other things, but I really can't be bothered going through all the extra effort. Because I'm lazy like that. But this chest clearly isn't big enough. So what I'm going to do is upgrade it to an iron chest. We see there. I only had 4 blocks of ore. Now I've got 8 dark iron. And you can do that with any ore. You just stick it in the induction smelter with sand and it doubles it. But I find the whole pulverizer thing easier because you don't have to supply it with sand which, would probably require a pulverizer anyway. If I make this shape in here, and, yeah, get a wood to iron chest upgrade. Because I want to upgrade the chest, but I don't want to have to pick it up, because there's stuff inside it. So what you do is you grab whatever the chest is made of and just stick it in the middle, and then surround it with what you want to upgrade it to. And there's a few of these. You can go from iron to gold, gold to diamond, copper to silver, silver to gold, and yeah, they work basically the same way. Trying to find, gold to diamond incorporates glass. I think we saw that with the silver chest a while back. Yeah, silver chest requires glass in it. Yeah, simple wood, and then you just right click. Well, bam. Easy. Now I have noticed that we're getting XP from the breeding over here. So I want to do something about that. I think I will. Yeah, I will. Let's do that. So what I'm going to want is a thing. How do you... There it is. A vacuum hopper. A regular hopper, a bit of obsidian, and an ender pearl. I forget how to make a hopper. I think it's like that shape around a chest. I don't really remember. Yeah, I was right. Bit of obsidian. The other thing we're going to want is a tank. I'm just going to go with another open blocks tank because I think they're handy. They're pretty handy. Like that. And that. And like... And just for the sake of reasoning, just put another one there. Right. So got the obsidian, got the hopper. Gonna grab me an ender pearl from a little enderman farm. And a vacuum hopper. Yay! These things are useful. I'm just gonna plop a tank here. And then a vacuum hopper on the side of it. Now, what's a vacuum hopper do? Well, it picks stuff up off the ground for you. Just like that. But it's not just items, it can also pick up XP. And we want... Now, if you hold right click, you can sort of swivel this around. But on the bottom of it, if I just left click, any XP dropped on the ground will end up in this tank. I haven't tested this, so I'm hoping that it can pull in the XP from in there. I don't know if it'll be caught on the brick wall or what, but I guess we'll find out the annoying way. These cows grown yet? No. Whatever. But yeah, that's pretty nifty. Yeah. Seems to be, the wheat's just taking too long for me. I want to have like a stack in there at least. So I'm going to set up a bone meal thing generator. Yeah. How are we going to do this, you're wondering? Well, if you remember, the pulverizer, a good little buddy there. If I can find this, yeah. Oh, that's right. You're doing things. But if you pulverize a bit of wool, you will get 4 string, which can be used to create wool. But with depending on the type, like the color of wool it is, let's see. Oh, here it is. You get a 25% chance for your bone meal from white wool. If it were red wool, you'd get a 25% chance of rose red. I can just go along. Well, that way, that works. But yeah, you get a small chance for whatever color. It's a good way to actually get cocoa beans if you've managed to find a brown sheep, but don't have a jungle nearby. So, what does that mean for us? Well, I'm going to make a pulverizer, and its sole purpose is to just pulverize a piece of wool over and over again. Because I don't mind exploits. I could set up a mob trap sort of thing, but why bother? Yeah, that's right. And this will probably get patched really soon, knowing my luck, which will be a bit annoying. So, pulverizer, how do I make? I need a machine thingy, which is like and glass. I'm gonna need to make some more glass as well, by the looks of things. Got that. Gonna want a piston. A piston. Boop, 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 boop. And nope, wood's in this chest. Probably gonna need to upgrade that chest. And it's copper, gold, flint. So copper, gold. I'm gonna turn you into that. And a bit of flint. And that will get us the pulverizer. So do I have a power line down here ready and available? Not really. But, well, I'll just put it somewhere. It's terrible. I'll just put it here. Yeah. So I'm going to need to run power to it. I'm probably going to need more of these yet again. Gosh. Should just make a bunch. Like a bunch ton. Now that I don't have to worry too much about my gold and silver reserves. Put that in there for now. Get 24. Where's my electrum? There you are. Boop, boop. And wabam. And oh goody. I'll get those cooking. Get them cooking. So, power. Power. There we are. Now he has power. Yay! So the idea is, put the wool in the pulverizer. We get string. craft it back into wool. And basically every 4 times we do this, on average, we should get 1 bone meal. Because it's a 25% chance. So bone meal. And we got unlucky. Statistically unlucky. Come on, don't make an arse out of me. You're making an arse out of me, pulverizer. Yay, bone meal. Woo! But the awesome thing is, I can just keep making wool. Keep putting it back in. But yeah, that's the idea. So what I'm going to want is, for the time being, just a chest. Yay. And I'm going to put bone meal in there. Yeah. Now, if you remember from when I first built the pulverizer, you can actually set these as individual outputs. Because bone meal will only ever end up down there, and the string will only ever end up in here, I can just tell the bone meal to go directly into this chest. And the string is going to be output here into a different machine. Oh, look. Yeah, see, the bone meal thing's already working. So, what machine, you may be asking? I don't remember its name. What was it called? Oh, that doesn't help. Dear. I'm going to have to find it now. It's called the craft something. Craft. The packager, that's the one. Right. I don't know if this will actually work the way I want it to. Might be easier just to go with another thermal expansion machine. Yeah. What's it called? Cyclic assembler? So I'm just going to use the cyclic assembler. There's probably an easier way of doing this, but I can't think of it off the top of my head, and we have to keep things moving. So I'm going to want a few tinny gears. Ooh, I got a shiny ingot. My very first shiny ingot. That sounded weird. Yeah, 2 you. Dang it. Dang it, Neil. Where are you? There you are. So it was a chest, machine frame, and then the regular stuff. So... and you. And... doop, 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 doop. Nope. That one. That. Doop. Almost forgot. And a chest. Just like that. Oh, yeah. And they're going to want some of these. Now, I don't remember how the cyclic assembler works, so might have to give me a minute. I don't remember if it needs power or not. I'm just going to assume it doesn't. And it does. Easy fix. So... ooh, that's right. I'm going to need a blank. Called blank. Yeah. So I'm going to need 2 paper and a piece of lapis. Where'd I put my... Oh, there you are. I'm running out of you. Now, lapis. Yeah. A blank schematic. I'll take this fella down here, stick him in there, take out the string, and in this little box here, you can basically write to the schematic. So 4 string in that shape will make a bit of wool. Click the OK button, and now that's a schematic for wool. And if you press Shift, you can see what the schematic will be making. So now we want to configure this. So what I'm going to do, bloop, bloop, just like that. So the input will be at the bottom. The output will be to the left. And once I put my string in here, it's made into wool. And then it gets ejected out, pulverized again, made into wool. And the reason I don't mind this quote-unquote exploit is because it takes energy. It doesn't take very much, but and if we want to look at it, it's like probably at most it's going to be 60 RF a tick, but they're not running at the same time currently. So, whatever. But the other thing this means is, where are you? If I grab 8 bits of string, it's from my chest, and just go bloop, and it will just sort of do it this way. Because the idea is I want to have at least 1 piece of wool in here at all times. And that's what's going to keep this thing running at least 40 RF per tick. But look at that, bone meal. So if I leave this running for, I don't know, maybe an hour, I'll have more bone meal than I could ever use. Which I think is pretty nifty. There's that spider. There you are. Get here. Ah. He punched me. Good. Looks like my cows have arisen. Have you been collecting the XP? Have I been making any XP? That's better. Has anything happened? No, my wheat farm's still poopy. But that's what the bone meal is for. To make that less poop. 0 wheat. Yeah. So what I can do is, what's it called? Yeah, a fertilizer. Requires a bit of leather, glass bottle, and another thingy. But a fertilizer, if supplied with power, just like all these guys are, and bone meal or some equivalent, it will make things grow faster. And that's what I want to do. You plant the crops, you fertilize the crops. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. I don't know if I already had glass bottles, but honestly, I don't care. I got a bit of leather. How did I get all that? I don't know. I don't remember. Bugger. Well, that just means that I'm going to have to get me another one of these. Hey, I heard an ender bro. another one up there. Look at that. Essentially free bone meal. I love it. You can hear the Ender Bros getting murdered. Oh, everything's coming together so nicely. Alright. There we are. Really should set up a rubber farm, but I don't know. I don't need it as often. Are you getting the XP? Or am I going to have to move you? Yeah, we'll just have to move you. I'll just put it on top. I don't really care. There we are. This should work. I don't know. I thought it output XP, which is why I made that whole thing. Oh well. Come on. Come on. Running out of time. Running out of time. There we are. Fertilizer. Yes. So what I can do with this chap is that the middle? I can't tell. One, two, three, four, five. Perfect. So with the fertilizer, I just want to stick him here. Now he needs an upgrade thing. So I think I'll give him a silver one. Just so he can sort of reach. But he's going to need items being input. As well as power. Whoop. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Yeah. I'm hoping to find my base at some point. Take your time. Oh. That's a bit unfortunate. Just the position of things and whatnot. Oh well. Gonna need a lot more of them. Mugger. So if I just dig over here, I should find the other thing, shouldn't I? Alright, this is just going to look terrible. Nothing for it. It's just going to have to look silly. But I'm going to have to go off camera and make a butt ton of these. Methinks. How do I make them? Item duct. Just tin and hardened glass. Oh, that's not bad. It's really the glowstone that's the issue. Yeah. I got these. I don't want to... What does that make? 12. And put in 5 at a time. Yeah, I'll be back in just a sec. All right, got the item ducts I'm just going to do this relatively quickly. So, you've got to be like this. Whoops. It's not that big a deal. So I'm just going to run the power from this guy. I'm going to need more of these things. Great. Alright, but you see what I'm doing here, so I'm just going to be back. Once I've got the gist of it going. And you can just run in like that. Alrighty. Just putting the finishing touches on this bad boy. So he should be getting all the stuff he wants. If I wrench this dude over, give a pneumatic server, and then just say, yeah, whatever. He'll just pump all his bone meal across, and this guy's just going to keep making more and more and more and more and more. And that's going to be all fine and dandy. I'm going to want some stone for this next part. Oh, night time. I don't want things creeping up on me, if you know what I'm saying. Beverage. That reminds me, I'm going to need a bit of you, bit of you, bit of you, and just a little bit of you. Get ourselves a silver upgrade. Yeah, so he should have already been... I'll do that, see what happens. So are you doing what you're supposed to? I think this is how it works. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Let's just do this. So these blocks take a little bit to sort of realize what they're supposed to be doing. Ah, that should be working. I want to cover up that hole at some point. Whatever. What are you so excited about, you little... Is that an egg? Why you got an egg? I don't know. But this has been running for a bit. See, 9 ender pearls. Yeah, that's not bad. Just get out of here. So I don't know why this guy's not harvesting like over here. Is that like past his range or? Oh, there he goes. Yeah, these blocks are a bit weird like that. But once these new seeds get put down, he should realize that, hang on, I can bone meal this stuff. The question is, does he have seeds down there? I don't know, he should do. Oh, is that some? I don't know, this should be working. It just isn't. It's kind of annoying me. Oh, making my episode run over time. How dare you? Yeah, you got seeds. What the hell are these idiots doing then? Don't want to have any gaps. Close enough. Yeah, seeds. Fertilizer. Do something. Oh, whatever. I don't know. That should be working. Unless I am completely missing something important. But oh well. I have been and still am the Inconvenient Panda. Thanks for watching. I gotta deal with this creeper. Get out of here.